Would you like to get your hands on fantasy football team sheets as signed by Ollie and Makeda? Well, you can find out exactly how on this week's In the City. We also have our full club roundup and Adam Rafondra talks all things Football Manager. But first, over to the manager who looks back at a good run in the Capital One Cup and anticipates a tough one on Saturday against Fulham.
The boys moved the ball really slickly, we created chances. It was enjoyable to watch because there was quite a few young players out there, and Jassy did really well again. Deji, Joe Rawls I thought was maybe man of the match. So loads of positives, and we're through, and a home draw. You
mentioned Joe there. You made him captain for the game. What were your reasons behind that choice?
He's leader by example. He plays, he wants the ball all the time, he talks, he communicates well. He's a young lad that I think will have a good future in football, and just see how he reacted to it, and he's done really well.
And what a debut performance it was for Kiko as well.
Kiko is a natural goal scorer. He lives off scoring goals. I've always known that about Kiko since I saw him the first time when he was 16 in the under-18s for United. Natural, really likes to put that ball in the net. But he works hard as well for the team, and it was a very good debut.
So is he back to full fitness now?
He's not 100% fit yet. He's not where he should be because he was out for about 4 weeks with that back injury. But he'll be improving all the time, and he'll be important for us this year.
Results aside, win aside on Tuesday's game, as was the case against Wolves, victim to a last-minute conceded goal. As a manager for you, how frustrating is that?
Well, frustration is one word. I don't think that's the right word, because it's just not disappointment either. I don't know what kind of word you would like to put on it, but you just didn't believe it was going to happen, because I couldn't see them scoring the goal second half, because we defended really well and we sorted our team shape out. But things like that happen in football. You just can't ever say that you're never ever going to make a mistake.
And you can hear more from Ollie previewing Fulham later in the show. I'm here at the House of Sport for the final week of our summer soccer schools, where we have engaged with over 2,000 young participants. Today, a couple of the players came along, and look how much fun the boys are having. Football for All manager Dean Pimble expressed his delight at the overall turnout throughout the summer.
So it's a 6th week of soccer schools, really popular this one. We had 65 kids throughout the week doing a variety of activities, including beach football. Players have come down to do a bit. We had a freestyle and a World Cup day planned for tomorrow. It's always their favourite day with the players, playing with the people they watch on the weekend, they're superstars, so it's been really good.
The Academy boys got off the mark last weekend against Colchester United with their first league win of the season. Remember, you can watch live coverage of all development home games on our YouTube channel. Tuesday night's game against QPR was the first of the season to go live, so make sure you subscribe to our official Cardiff City channel for all the action. Nooni and Matt went along to the extreme sailing event over the bank holiday weekend, and despite the weather, lapped up the atmosphere in Cardiff Bay. It was a disappointing 4-1 defeat to Merthyr Town last week for Cardiff City veterans, and getting on the scoreboard for the Bluebirds was Lee Jarman. This week was the first staff versus fans game channelled through the new U-Birds level of our Goal of the Month competition. Victory it was for the staff this time around, but if you and your team think you could do better and would like a chance to be filmed and featured in the Goal of the Month, tweet us at Cardiff City FC using the hashtag #UBirds. Hospitality tickets are available to purchase for our next home game against Norwich. For more information, contact sales at cardiffcityfc.co.uk. With all the talk and hype leading up to the end of the summer transfer window, I caught up with Ollie and Makeda to find out their fantasy football 11 of all time. Now, the team sheets are here on the wall behind me, and they've been signed respectively, and they're up for grabs for one of you lucky guys. All you have to do is think of a new innovative team name for one of these teams and tweet it to us at Cardiff City FC using the hashtag #FantaCity.
I actually played with probably the best one, Peter Schmeichel and Edwin van der Sar. So I'll have to pick one of them, and I'll do Edwin van der Sar.
And what gives him the edge over Schmeichel?
He was a little bit better with the ball in his feet. He had an unbelievable technique for a keeper. So you could pass it back to him and he could get your team playing. Absolutely no bother. So Edwin is my choice in goal.
Roberto Carlos.
Roberto Carlos?
I think I'll go with Jaap Stam, because he is the best centre-back I've played against and played with. Strong, quick, he can shoot, he can head, he can do anything.
Yeah, the two centre-back gonna be Maldini and Cannavaro, of course.
Cannavaro?
I'll do Gary.
Yeah?
Who's the hardest working professional footballer I've ever seen. His leadership skills, you can see his knowledge now on TV, but Gary would be in there in any team because he'd do that up and down all day long and he can defend.
Right, so 3 in midfield. What are you going with?
3 midfield, we're gonna put Pirlo, Iniesta and Zidane.
Pirlo, Iniesta and Zidane.
Yeah.
Off you go. Going to talk us through it. Do I need to ask why you're going to put Pirlo first? Why Pirlo?
Because in this position I think he's the best player ever. Yeah.
In midfield, there's absolutely no doubt whatsoever. If I could pick anyone in the world, it's these two. Paul Scholes, Roy Keane together, two best players in their field, because Keane was the leader, captain, he could do anything on and off the ball. Scholes with the ball, you could never take it off him, and he can play right, left, he can shoot, he couldn't tackle, he couldn't run, he couldn't head the ball, but he was the guy who kept the team ticking and kept it our control, and so he dominated the game.
3 up front, put Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Messi.
Yeah.
And
Federico Macchietta?
no.
You can put yourself on if you like.
Fabio, I put 2 Brazilians already, man.
I'll have to go 4-4-2, and one of the best ones of all time again is Giggsy. I could have played Cristiano Ronaldo there probably, because he's not bad either.
Yeah, he's not too shabby, is he?
No, but Ryan, same as with Bex, the work rate was phenomenal.
Yeah, Ronaldo, because I played with him, and the moment he's the best player in the world. So Messi. He's another best player in the world. Yeah.
Van Basten.
And Van Basten is my favorite striker since I was young.
But it would have been great to see one of my idols play with these players, and that's Marco van Basten. He was one of my idols. I studied him when I was young, his movement, his finishing, and if I could get the other 9 and add Maldini and Van Basten, I don't think. And of course, I'll have to have me on the bench to come on.
You can be there.
Yeah, I can be on the bench to come on if any of these, if we didn't score a goal to win us the game.
One
Right,
substitute.
So, who are you going to pick? Who's on your bench?
As he said, man. One substitute.
One set. You've got a bench of 1 player.
Ronaldo.
The original Ronaldo. Why?
Oh, because if Van Basten get injured, he's a
Perfect.
yeah.
Since it seems to be all things Football Manager here this week, we spoke exactly that with Ollie and Adam today. It was a bit of a throwback for the pair, but there was always that one question that footballers always seem to get asked. Do you pick yourself?
Yeah, I've got myself a couple of times, but I've been let down, if I'm honest. I've always seen myself scoring goals, and I'm very impatient with my front men on Football Manager, and if they don't score in 2 or 3 games, they very rarely play. And with me, it happened where I weren't doing well. I weren't doing well enough for my standards, and I ended up just being there because I was a manager, and I didn't like that.
I always put myself whenever I had the chance. When I had the money to, Man United let me go. Not very often.
And now back over to the gaffer, looking ahead to facing Fulham on Saturday.
They beat Brentford during the week, which probably will give them a boost. But this league is tough. Every single game is very hard, and they've had some narrow defeats, but then they lost to Derby by 2 or 3 late goals towards the end. They were in the game with half an hour to go. So it's going to be very hard. We're away from home against a young side. They've got some experienced ones there as well, but we can't think about them. We've got to concentrate on ourselves, improve from Wolverhampton, especially with the ball, defend as well as we did for 93, 94, 95 minutes.
And how are we looking for injuries ahead of Saturday?
We're looking good. I think it's only Nooney and Ben who are out for sure. No knocks after the game on Tuesday. So yeah, Aaron obviously he's training today, so hopefully he'll be ready. We're not sure.
What's the news on Nooney? How long are we looking?
Yeah, we're not too far away now. He's joining training, so after the international break he'll be fine.
With the transfer deadline fast approaching, we asked about any more ins or outs at the Bluebird camp.
You never know, because suddenly a team can surprise you and make a bid for your player, and the player wants to leave or it's too good to turn down, and you might just get a player available that is very, very, very good. And as I've said before, unless something spectacular comes up, nothing's going to come in.